Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's me, and welcome to Share a Beer Show 486. Today is Saturday, November 17th, and welcome, man. We are back and better than ever. We finally got some rest after not another 7-hour show, a 7-hour and 13-minute show. Thank you very much. So, so yeah, every once in a while, and it wasn't actually. We were short of exactly a month from doing the last almost 7-hour show, and we said we'd never do another 7-hour show, and we didn't. We did 7 hours and 14 minutes technically. So we held in there. Before I introduce everybody and before I say hi to everybody, I just wanted to put out again that the community chat now is open. Community forum, whatever you want to call it, is open. YouTube opened that for me this past week, so that was cool. It's something that should be there this whole time. It makes a lot of sense. So now I can post right to you guys, the subscribers, the community, right away, and get that out there. And you guys can post as well, pictures and all that sort of thing. I'll have my moderators out there watching that as well. So if anything gets too crazy. But it should be a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah, I mean, things look a little bit different in the YouTube window.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I like it. So if I have to cancel a show at the last minute or something, you know right where to go. Either the Facebook page or right here on YouTube, which makes it nice because then it's just like you go to the Jody Reviews page in the community, and boom, it's right there. So, and we got malt liquored in there right away. That was the first comment in there was malt liquor. So,
now, see, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that in my window.
Yeah, we got malt liquored. He was the first one. So
all I'm seeing is Farm Boy.
He was under one of the. Oh no. When you go to my channel. So you go to my channel here. Let me share the screen here and I'll show you. So you go to my channel page. Boy, this is taking a second today. Here we go. Okay, so you go to the channel. Here's my channel. Click on community, and then you'll see all the. And then he actually, when I had posted this right here, this first comment, hey, they unlocked community posts for my channel. When you click on comments, you'll see malt liquor.
And who's that from? Oh, that's from me. I mean, Malt Mustang, not me.
Malt Mustang. Yeah, unless you're the Malt Mustang, I don't know.
No, that was a slip of the tongue. Yes, I do recall seeing Malt Mustang post that comment a while back.
Yeah.
Me? Why would I say that?
So.
Bums infiltrating the system.
Yeah, bums infantry. Yeah. So, pretty cool that they finally opened that up, and I just wanted to make sure to put that out there. That way, everybody knows. Hey, you can go to my channel, click community, and we can post away there. So there's lots of different ways now on YouTube to message each other, to keep in touch, to so that's cool. So lots of different. It's our own little social network, if you will, which is kind of cool.
As Google Plus slowly dies.
Yeah, they're gonna kill. They're killing. They already announced they're killing Google Plus. So I think it's appropriate that they're adding some of those features into YouTube now, which is way overdue. Some of the bigger channels have had that for a while. So now they're adding it in for us smaller people, They're adding in the little people. I'm going to get to Mark right away. Mark's on a field trip, if you will.
Yes.
Tell us where you're at, Mark, what you're doing.
I'm at the symphony again. So I'm going to go listen to some Tchaikovsky tonight. So, get a little culture. And then I'll get home and drink a malt liquor, just to kind of balance it out a little bit.
Got to balance that out, right? Exactly. So Mark's going full button-up shirt, full nice, tall, stiff collar. He'll have a wine glass in his hand, full erect pinky out.
Mm-hmm. In a monocle, so I can see what's going on.
A little monocle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you got to go nose slightly above.
I could be like, Lovey, I believe that the third oboe is flat.
Yes. And like we talked about on the pre-show, there's no laughing. It's just kind of.
Yes, it's called. What do they call it? Is it chortling? Chortling, I think is what they call it.
Yeah. You have to chortle and just say that stuff was funny. You can't necessarily laugh. You just kind of, that was funny. You know what I'm saying? That's about as far as you can go. All the posting the link in the chat there. If anybody wants to so you're not currently consuming any adult beverages right now.
No. I'm gonna wait and have a beer when I get home. I mean, you guys will probably still be on, so I'll be able to join in at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So
yeah. You know the MO here. I mean that's the MO here. I am hoping to be out of here, and we're gonna try to keep this 2 hours or under. So
yeah, good luck.
Exactly.
Last words.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, let me get Tom speaking, my friend.
Oh, Bum is gone. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh, you asking me what I'm drinking, Joe?
I was asking Tom what he's drinking.
Yeah. My warm up tonight is.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, my warm up is Sam Smith Nut Brown Ale, available for in a can as of this week, and that was you having it in the can last week, right, Joe, or 2 weeks ago? Yeah. So we all know what we're getting with this.
Yes, I mean, it's no big hidden secrets there. It's just, to me, slightly better. It's in a can.
Yeah, and I will say, looking at the can and deciphering the Sam Smith code, this is the first Sam Smith that I've seen with a letter R in the place that represents the month of the year.
Huh.
Or I'm sorry, not the month of the year itself.
Oh, okay.
You have to start at the beginning of the alphabet and count the number of letters, which are is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R is 8.
Wow.
Meaning 18. It's the 18th letter of the alphabet. And if you have a Samuel Smith beer with the letter Q or P, or God forbid, O in it, that's telling you have a beer from 17 or 16 or 15. You to have a Samuel Smith beer bottled or canned in 2018, it has to say R in the code.
Now, now, this is something we only do on our first, maybe second beer, right? Because past that, I don't know that we necessarily give a damn, or you can't count that high. Like, you're just not that coordinated.
Possibly.
Yeah, so that has to be, like, that's a first beer in thing. Like, you're like, hey, I wonder how, right? Because past that.
Well, I can assure you, Joe, even though this is my first beer on the show, this is definitely not my first beer of the day.
Yeah, like Craig says, just put the year on the darn thing. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you let us in on that tip, and I've been filled in on that tip a million times, and I still forget.
Yeah. A lot of them, it's impossible to remember. Samuel Smith, you have to remember, ignore the first and the last character on the code. You have to go by the letter of the alphabet towards the end of the code, and that represents the year, as in, like I said, R is the 18th letter of the alphabet, and that represents 2018.
Wow. That's a lot. Oh my God. So, Well, thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. I don't even think I looked at my can.
So what happens when we get to 2027?
That is a good question, Mark. I've been asking that for about 5 years now. I guess we're going to find out.
You know what
They add an extra.
They might do
Would it be
8.
ZA? Would it be ZA 26 plus 1? I don't know.
Maybe double A. I don't know.
We'll probably still be in one single live stream at that point. So we'll probably still be on a show at one time. We'll be streaming consecutively for a couple of years.
But in any case, this is just a warm up for something much better that I have.
You know, actually, last week's show was the first time I've ever gotten an alert from Google that your show would be terminated.
Oh, you're coming up on the 8-hour mark, huh?
I hadn't. I don't. At least I don't. Maybe I had, but I don't remember getting an alert from Google saying that this show's going. Son. Yeah, you hit our limit. Like, we're done.
They kind of gave you the final call. They're like, last call.
That's it. Last call, son. You're done. That's it.
Meaning that if you would go over 8 hours, they would not record the show at all, and you couldn't watch up until a certain point, or not at all.
I don't know. I've never hit that point. I don't remember. Maybe I have, but I don't remember getting that warning ever.
Tonight's as good a night as any. I mean, you just test it.
No, not tonight. I got stuff to do. I'm trying to have a life after Share a Beer tonight, so I could get that done. Well, like Mark. Mark is having a life during Share a Beer. I would like to have a post Share a Beer 486 life tonight if I can squeeze one in. Other than just Share a Beer 486 was my whole life Saturday, November 17th.
Yeah.
I got other stuff I would like to try to accomplish. Beer that I would like to drink in different places. Basically, right? Hey, we got Luke Bag Larry in there. We got, of course, Earth in the chat. Farm Boy is in the chat. So, and Luke Bag says, cheers. Yeah, so cheers, Dan. And what are you having, Tom?
I am having a Hop Boogie IPA from a new brewery locally. Canned Heat Brewery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, it says IPA, but it's more of like a more New England style.
Okay.
I believe it's hopped with Citra, I think Mosaic, and Amarillo. It was very like juicy, fruity.
I wish I would have used juicy. There was dank in the description from that beer I reviewed earlier, which was fantastic. Dank was in there. I love when dank is in there. That's awesome. And I didn't get no dankness in that beer, though. It wasn't.
No dankness?
Nah, no dank. It wasn't dank. I wouldn't call it dank.
Would you call the bitterness dankness?
I guess it could be defined as dankness, but it was, to me, more of a definite, like, rind, like the peel part, the white part. It was, but I mean, you could call it dank, sure, And this one here, you got. I'll show the Hop Boogie.
It's a Red Brewery.
Is that one real close to you, Tom? Or?
It's like 15 minutes away.
Oh man, yeah, you can't beat that.
Nah, hell no.
If they're brewing good beers, you got 60 total ratings on here, 13 in the last 30, 6.3% ABV, and 78 IBUs, 4.01. Look at you, you're back again. Look at that,
hanging on
by a string.
By a string, you're still there though. Loaded with pungent American hops. Hop Boogie is a bright and juicy IPA filled with flavors and aromas of mango, pineapple, passion fruit, and a cornucopia of citrus juice. Wow, that's a description. I like it. Are you getting any of that?
I'm honestly, I'm not getting any of the passion fruit. I'm getting the mango and the pineapple and the citrus, but I don't know where they're talking about passion fruit.
That's kind of a tough one, isn't it? Because if you can get mango and pineapple, the passion fruit's just going to be drowned out. Like, I don't know that passion fruit is such a strong flavor that it could stand out over a pineapple or a mango or a citrus. Like, you know,
maybe the rind. You know how like when you get that dryness at the end, you know, it almost feels like pithy. Maybe that. But other than that, I don't get it like in like the taste. I mean, maybe in the back end.
Yeah, baby, in the back end. Yeah, you get the bitterness in the back end.
You like that grapefruit in the back end.
Yeah, you like that bitterness. It's kind of dank here in the back end there, baby. That's a good description for dankness right there, man. In the back end there, baby. Yeah.
Cornucopia around the back end.
In the cornucopia, yeah. Perfect, man. What do you have on Earth?
I got the Smog City Bourbon Barrel Aged OE Barley Wine.
Oh, you ain't, man.
How do you guys can see that or not?
Yeah.
Any age on it? Or is it
18 release,
all right?
13.1%. And they have different vintages. This is the 2018 Bourbon Barrel Aged OE from Smog City.
I think I have it. I'll share the screen with you.
Is that like a once a year type of thing?
Yeah. Limited release.
So yeah, I think I have it right here. Is this the right one?
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So okay. So we've got 379 ratings on here, 40 in the last 30. 13.1%. No IBUs rated and a 4.36 bottle caps, man. Bourbon barrel aged barley wine. This one of the big boys right here. What do you think, man? I'm going to show some pictures of this beer. What do you?
Lots of caramel, toffee, getting some butterscotch in there. The bourbon's there, but it's blending nicely with the beer, so it's not overpowering at all.
Do they age that for full like 11, 12 months to the year? Like how they do it once a year? Do they age it 11, 12 months?
It might be more than that.
Is it more? Okay. Sometimes they do it less. Sometimes they're only aging them, 4, 5, 6 months.
I don't know if it was this one or not. I might be confused with another one, but it could be like 13 months or something.
Oh. A long process.
So they're other than the obvious where they have the date on the label for 2018, there's no like born on date or any other.
I think it just has the release on it. I don't think there has a.
You got to wait for InBev to buy them, and then they'll have a born on date.
Yeah.
Oh, it does have a bottled on date.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay.
May 14th, 2018.
Okay. Yeah, maybe they did.
A little bit of age.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to go. See ya. Have a good one.
All right, Mark. Thanks for jumping in. Mark, enjoy your
Thanksgiving. If I don't see you in 2 hours, all right.
Dilly dilly, man. Dilly dilly.
Yeah. Take care.
That's awesome, man. Mark's getting some culture, and the rest of us losers are sitting here.
Hey, we're getting culture, man.
Beer
is culture.
Exactly. Come on. What's wrong with that, dude? Oh, he's paying dues. Like I said before, he's paying dues. That's what he's doing.
Paying the piper.
Yeah, you got to keep the boss happy, man. That's what you got to do. I mean, those are things you got to do. I mean, you have to suck it up and keep the boss happy. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. It's all good, man. Good times hearing actual, real music played by real instruments.
Oh yeah,
that's like mind blowing right there. Like what? Like music? You don't plug in these instruments? Like what? You know?
And the professionals have been doing it for their whole lives. You know what I mean? Since probably children.
Yeah, it's not like, just some box you plug in and push buttons. What? That's not music, man. You're actually playing this like wooden thing that's got strings on it and stuff. What is that?
Yeah, where's the MIDI port on that?
Exactly, man. Come on, man. Where do I stream this thing from, man? Where do you plug in the earphones? Come on. Yeah. So I'm the last one, right? So I am having a Fuller's ESB extra special bitters. Let me share the screen on this one too. My screen's doing all kinds of weird stuff today. Let me
Give that as present. Right? Extra special babe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, extra special baby. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing? So this is this one's, it's been around a little bit. Fuller's has been around for, I don't know, well over 100 years or so, So there are 139,000 ratings on this one, 1,000 in the last 30. One by me. I think that let me see.
I think one of your friends checked in recently a 1980s bottle. I think.
Oh yeah. I might have. Oh yeah, there's that guy. Look at that. So this this one of my friends right here checked in a slightly older version of this particular brew that I'm having right now, when they still had foil on the top there.
And boy, did it taste good when you were drinking it.
Yeah. It was still good.
Oh no, that bottle is from the 80s. I drank that beer in the 80s.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But this anyway, 5.5% ABV, 40 IBUs, and a 3.56 rating. So yeah, I mean the ESB was launched in the Fuller's family in 1971. So they've been making this beer for a minute. It's a strong, full-bodied, mahogany-colored ale with a mellow bitterness and satisfying finish. I mean, these English session brews they're just drink all day beers. They're just drink all day beers. This one says 5.5, but my bottle says 5.9. So it's just slightly stronger than like a Budweiser or one of the big beers here. But I mean, it's if you have to have one, you have 6 brews. Like they're just real good and smooth and just drink all day beers, man. The type of that's why I've got it in an English pint glass. Like you just, I was saying in the pre-show, you just want to have it in a thick glass and you want to sit around in a pub and start calling people mate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, mate. How you doing, mate? You know what I'm saying?
Bloke.
Huh?
Bloke.
Yeah, bloke. And you want to, yeah, there you go. You want to start using bloody. You know what I'm saying? Like bloody a lot for like ridiculous reasons, like in the wrong places. Like, yeah, bloody. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, that's the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And you want to start slamming glasses and going, yeah, just start waving stuff. It's just, it's those type of beers.
You want to know why? Probably it's 5.9. I think the brewer was wearing a checkered mini skirt, and he was trying to make it a little higher to get his manliness up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That's why the quote men that wear the skirts that are checkered, red checkered skirts, have to do like these things where they like throw hammers and oversized axes and stuff, to prove they're a man and they're still wearing a skirt, and there's dudes in pants like myself going, what the hell's that all about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna sit here and drink some beer, like, yeah. And wear my pants.
Yeah, that's definitely the quintessential pub beer, I think.
Yeah.
In the English form.
Yeah. I mean, just They're fantastic beers. And similar beers. There's a long list of them here, man. Similar beers. You've got, I mean, there's just a long list of these really good, just English kind of pub beers. These English session ales, man, they're just phenomenal. I mean, they're solid. They've been making them for years and years and years and years, and that's why, you know, you can just drink pint after pint and have a good time, man. It's great. Whoa, we got Paul in the chat, man. How you doing, Paul? What's up, brother? Havana's in there. Now, what does the malt liquor community say about the original malt beverages that they brewed in the UK?
The original malt beverages, well, none of them say malt liquor on the label, therefore they do not count.
So they don't count.
It can say malt beverage. It must say malt liquor.
Malt liquor. That is the difference. Yeah.
Malt liquor, only malt liquor.
Only malt liquor. That's right.
Yeah. And I will remind you that Huffy 72 remains the only UK malt liquor drinker who gets recognition from the MLDC. That
guy deserves recognition too, because he is a character. He does give a lot of respect to the chairman, so I have to admit that. Yeah.
And he is the only one who actually drinks actual malt liquor. He's the only one over there who can get his hands on it.
That's what I was gonna say. He's probably the only one that can get it.
Yeah. I told you he makes numerous trips to America. To remind you, Tom, he will be in Boston in January. Little reminder.
No, February 16th.
Oh, was it February 16th? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have the date marked, I see.
Hey, I remember it. I know to the 19th, the 16th to the 19th.
Hey, obviously you guys are already planning your meetup.
That happens to be my sister's birthday. So.
I haven't hit him up yet, but I think I might.
Dude, that guy would be a character to hang out with. Wow.
Oh, that would be great.
I mean, get plenty of sleep. That's all I know. Get plenty. That's going to wear you out. Yeah. Wow.
Bring a couple of Red Bulls. Might need some wings.
Yeah, just to keep up, man. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, give some of them, Boston brownies, if you know what I'm saying. Some of the Boston chowder.
That'll slow him down a little bit.
Yeah.
A little, not much, man. I got a feeling that guy's like,
greetings.
I can't even imitate him, man. Wow. That guy's fantastic, man. So what do you got, Bum?
All right. Well, you already talked about the Share a Beer marathon shows and how you've said we're never going to do another 6-hour show, and it's the truth at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
You say we're never going to do another 7-hour show, right. And that is the truth at the time.
At the time.
Yeah. Well, in a similar vein, how many times have you heard me say tonight is the greatest malt liquor report ever? And it's true at the time.
Yes, because this is the greatest one until the next one.
Well, no, I am stating without hesitation that tonight will, without question, be the greatest malt liquor report ever until the next greatest one.
And judging from Billy D's smile, I mean, he believes it as well.
Bum's bringing the heat.
Yeah. Billy's bringing the heat. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you recall last week, we had an unusually high number of MLDC members join the show last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was wondering, and especially 209J Jones, and I said, how did this happen? I know, we have people join here and there, but people who have never joined before, like 209J Jones, I now know why they joined. I actually missed a video, and I don't know how I missed it. But I will get to that in a minute. Now, last week, 209J Jones joined in, and at my request, he restored one of his private videos to public viewing again. And I promised him last week that I would make that the featured video this week. And I'm going to do that. I think you guys will enjoy this thoroughly. So we have watched several of these guys do craft beer review videos. So coming up on 2 years ago, in honor of the Super Bowl 2 years ago, 209 J Jones did a craft beer video. And what you need to do, Joe, type in 209 J Jones like you usually do, but you have to type in craft beer spectacular.
Oh. In his in his channel there, or
I don't know if it'll work within there. If you just do, I think, a general YouTube search 209 J Jones craft beer spectacular, it should come up.
Boy, I'm put on the spot here with my spelling here.
Hey, Google.
Spectacular. And I don't see it there. If you want, if you need me to, I can post a link in the somewhere if you need me to.
Are there any spaces, or is it just all?
Yeah, I think that's one of my problems here. Is I don't have
spectacular.
Let's see if I can find it.
There you go. And it's damn, it's still not there.
Yeah.
Here, you want me to find it? I can find it real quick, and I can post the link.
Yeah.
Maybe in the let me see what I can come up with here. All right, hang on.
I had his channel up there. There we go.
Okay. Stand by.
After these brief messages.
Right? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Here it is. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I had to search in his channel, and then I came up with it. Okay.
Now, I will say, audio is not necessary, but it certainly does enhance it. I would recommend.
Okay. Let's see here.
And I normally wouldn't recommend this.
In the craft beer video, you stay right there.
What is he polishing the pinky nail there? What is that all about?
I'm not sure what it does.
This guy.
He should be doing that with the 40-ounce stuff.
Look.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's a good beer.
The hazelnut brown, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice smoke. Wait a minute here. You see that? We missed the good part. Oh, we're skipping over the good part here. Boom! Look at that smoke! Yeah! Oh, that was some awesome smoke. Hey, we didn't even see what the other one got. What did the other one get? We didn't see the smoke off of that one. No smoke.
Nothing.
Good. Yeah, pour it. No, you could pour that one out. Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
Look.
What's hilarious is he's buying the beer and just pouring it out.
He's actually putting money towards the craft beer.
Exactly.
Still supporting the movement.
Oh, that's actually a good beer.
Remember that one, Sam Adams Merrymaker?
That's a good beer.
Yeah, there was no smoke on that one either.
Maker gingerbread stout, 9% ale brewed with spices.
I thought that was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nutmeg, clove,
Sounds good.
hops, and gold rings. Fuck.
Oh, look at the color on that one, man.
Hell yeah. Oh, man. Bubble.
Look at it, bubble and everything.
Finally changed the oil in his fucking piece of shit Ford.
Oh, that thing had a great color. Look at that. We actually.
Looks like Sander Pena finally changed the oil in his piece of shit Ford.
Oh, but there's a lot of door foam in that one.
Dude, what a jackass! He buys all this. I'm sorry.
That's not cheap beer.
He went out and did. He went out on a Joe D excursion.
You haven't seen anything yet. He does a couple more Lagunitas here.
Oh, he ruined the smoke on that. Did you see that?
Oh, he's got a couple of old bottles here.
Oh, see, and he left the cap on there, killed the smoke.
Oh, what's he pouring?
Another Lagunitas.
$100 worth of beer.
Jesus.
He might as well have set fire to a $100 bill.
You haven't seen anything yet.
He would have had more pour time if you just bought a bunch of 40s.
One more Lagunitas.
Well, at least the ground's appreciating it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good nutrients.
Okay, let's see about it. He's got to at least apprite the smoke.
Look, I think the ground appreciated that one already. I don't know where he found that.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, baby! Woo! Dude, that was a beer emergency that happened right there.
Yeah.
What are the neighbors like? They're looking out their window like this fucking guy.
Now,
yeah, that beer was mad that his friends got poured out.
Pours out here. Look what he opens up and pours out. Look.
Christmas Belgian.
Oh, there's going to be some awesome smoke come out of this one.
Belgian hops, 10%.
10%. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you got the beer stuff happening. Yeah. See, you don't get good beer gadgets with malt liquor. Look at. Oh, okay. Here we go. Good smoke out of.
Oh, he
ruined the
ruined it.
Oh.
It smells like fucking faggots.
Look at the color of that beer. It's great. $100 worth of. He just set fire to $100.
Waste your money on this shit.
He just wasted his money though.
He just wasted his money.
Yeah.
That actually, you know, the chairman's actually got a good case against this guy for booting him right out because that's $100 he could have spent on good malt.
He's like, yeah, he's doing exactly what he says not to do to himself. Like
that's
he's
a
like,
crime against the malt right there because he could have bought good malt.
That's not a crime against the malt because he didn't pour out the malt. You can do whatever you want to craft beer.
That's ridiculous. That's money he could have spent on malt.
So it was
I would
thanks
boot him out.
It was thanks to the Share Beer show that last week I put in the request to 209J Jones to put that video back on public for everybody's enjoyment tonight. Didn't you all enjoy that?
Well, I enjoyed some of the smoke coming off of it, and the color on some of those beers was phenomenal. It really was good.
Okay.
I think he's a secret craft beer enjoyer.
Well, he has to be. Yeah, look at all the craft beer he actually had. That actually says a lot about him that he had so much craft beer. And he had it for a while because some of that beer had been in the ground on his property for a while because you saw the way it looked.
The one
that one Lagunitas was banged up so bad you could tell it was in his cellar for a while.
Yeah. So, you know.
I don't know if that was in the cellar. That might have been underground in the dirt. I think
it might have been in his trunk for all we know. But
it might have been, yeah. But regardless, he had it for a while somewhere. So
like battery acid to it.
Yeah, he's secretly a craft beer connoisseur is what's happening here. It says more about 209J Jones than ever, right?
So that video is actually almost 2 years old. He just put it back on public, but he did do another video this week where I will not direct you to it because he only says a sentence, and I'll just quote him. After watching the show last week, he said, "I still don't know who Billy D is or who Joe D is, but if you motherfuckers want to stay relevant, you better keep having us on your channel.
We want to stay relevant. I think we're making them relevant.
Yeah, relevant to who?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, which leads us up to this. The answer to the question, why were so many malters in the chat last week on the show?
Okay, why was there so many malters in the chat last week?
Because I was not prepared for this, because somehow, and I may have to suspend Malt Mustang for this, because Malt Mustang let a video get by without catching it. This video is almost 2 weeks old now. You need to go to Mr. Rayner's channel, Mr. Rayner 009.
Okay, 009.
His original channel, Mr. Rayner 009.
Not number 3.
Not number 3. Original channel 009. And a couple videos in, you will see a video entitled "Share a Beer, Drink Only Malt Liquor, Joe D."
Okay, it's hard to miss that one.
And you need to play the entire video, and that's all I can say.
Oh, the Hulk!
The Incredible Hulk.
You gotta love the Hulk.
Yes.
These guys have a lot in common, actually. Here.
Look what we have here.
He has a hangout.
Oh, look at that! All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this week's Malt Liquor Report is dedicated to Lootbag Larry, another malter who made his way to the Share a Beer show.
This is kind of weird, isn't it? Like we're watching
Him watch us.
Yeah, him watch us, watching him watching us.
Yes.
Twilight Zone.
And we're playing the tape of him watching us watch. This is kind of crazy, isn't it?
And actually, as we speak, he's probably watching us, watching him, watching him. And he might be recording this.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah. Malters are we up to now, man?
Well, Vega, we'll count Havana. Of course, the chairman, Mr. Rayner, Shady Malt Shadows, and Lootbag Larry. I don't think there's any more.
That's 6, right?
We're up to 6 if we count Havana.
Yeah. Hey, there's some weird ones in there too, though, Bum. Like,
yeah, there's some of the lower lights, like Corwin Russell, and maybe some of the other ones. Yeah.
Look at the eyebrows he's giving us.
What's funny about the malt liquor community is you're almost not a part of the malt liquor community, so you join the Share a Beer show.
Really? Joe D? You put us on the map. You did it, Joe.
Yeah, I did.
No, Joe, it's the other way around. Joe D. We put you on the map. In fact, nobody watches your show outside of the Malt Liquor Report. So my advice to you, Joe D, is how it would start. Making your whole show the Malt Liquor Report. I mean, what do you guys do other than review beer, put adjectives on beer, malty, hoppy, chocolatey?
Yeah.
Middle-aged grown men.
Yep, we are.
Talking about beer.
We don't wear masks.
I'm over 50, but you don't see me acting that way.
You got a mask on.
With a Hulk.
Because this is maturity.
On YouTube, at my age. You don't talk about craft beer. Nice try, Joey. Nice try.
He's hilarious. In his cellar with a Hulk next to him.
with his water pistol.
Got 2 blue balls.
Yeah.
Drink only malt liquor. And keep the label out. Why even post to YouTube? What's the point? There's no point. There is no point. You hear me, Jody? Jody and your craft beer cunt entourage. That's right.
We got our own
This is great.
WWE going here, man.
Look at my eye. There's no lie there. All right. Enough of this. Let's get to the malt liquor. The meat and potatoes of this program.
Yeah, pour that out. You got to pour that stuff out. Look, he's got stuff falling back there.
Excuse me. No charge.
Yeah, no charge.
This is
Yeah.
what you do, see? Drink malt liquor. I like to get shit-faced fast. That's just what I do.
Well, you have to.
Especially on
that
this
stuff.
hurricane, high gravity, 8.1%. Not hoppy. In fact, I doubt the building when this was made, there was even 1 grain of hops in that whole damn building.
There's actually
Fine by
tons
me,
of hops in that
Joe
crap.
D. That's absolutely fine by me. And this hurricane, 8.1%, is economical, made by hardworking American patriots. Union labor made this, not some bootleg criminal working in his house trying to avoid taxes. Real American patriots.
What the fuck?
Right, you craft beer cunts, you wouldn't know anything about patriotism of this magnitude.
Coach is right. This is epic.
All right, enough. You get the point. What you want to do is you want to get yourself some malt liquor, you craft beer cunts, and just drink it. Make sure your camera's rolling.
CBCs, man.
All right, boys and girls. Let's have some Hurricane 8.1% because it's delicious and it gets you shit-faced. It does the job. Hear me? Does the job.
It does.
You don't want to make me angry, people.
Yeah.
You don't want to make me angry.
This is awesome.
This is great.
Malt liquor. Hurricane.
You don't want to make him angry, Joe.
Yeah.
What is it with that bastard lately? I know where you live out there in the Northwest.
Look at the door foam.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of door foam there. It kind of, you know, malt liquor is kind of prone to doing that, isn't it? What has he got? 2 laptops
Let's try to
happening
speed
there?
around, shall we?
He does, right? He's got 2 laptops happening there. And he has to have 2 because he has one on share beer all the time, apparently, which is fantastic.
2 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. He drinks it fast enough so he can't taste it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to taste the stuff. You have to show you.
Got another one.
Oh, no label out! Look at that! That's a crime right now. We've got a crime recorded. He doesn't have the label out.
He didn't tap it, too, did he?
Twice! Oh, look at that! And he's got a beer emergency happening. 3rd time, no label out. Oh, my God. I'm reporting him. I'm going to get the reward money.
It looks like he's burning calories at you, Joe.
T-minus 1 minute.
Wait, what?
Yeah, see, now he's trying to drink the door foam out of that other beer. No charge.
T-minus 50 seconds.
Wait, what's happening?
Yeah, he feels great now.
That's
Yeah.
how it's done. The craft beer guns. That's how it's done.
What is that, 44 ounces of beer?
50.
50, yes.
Oh, look at that label. Oh, Manny, that's the 3rd crime.
Dorf is a cunt.
Oh, my God, that's the 4th one.
Now, with the cans, you can't count label out.
You can't even drink a beer on camera, folks. You can't even finish 1 beer. Pathetic.
But he said label out, and he tapped it.
I had the wrong timer on. I should have had the 60-second countdown, and I had the 2 minutes, so I couldn't hear the 10-second increments that you get in the 60-second.
That's what happens with malt liquor.
I think I was so upset trying to yap with you craft beer, that you chastise you craft beer cunts out there that I this whole
I
thing
was trying to backpedal.
Yeah.
makes me angry. I'm out of here. But I will be shit-faced. Let's get rid of the Dorf foam. Dorf is a foaming cunt. He's a home brewer. He's even worse than a craft beer reviewer. He's a home brewer.
He's even worse.
He's the worst of the worst.
He's the worst of the worst.
All right, fuck it. It's foam. It's just foam, people. It happens when you go fast.
He's all popped up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, Phelan.
See, he's got one just on share beer, which is fantastic.
Now
the good computer, actually. He's got the good computer.
Shit, you know, talking about craft beer and all that crap, and what it's coffee, it's fruit, it's malt, it's chocolate. Who cares? It's immature. Just get shit faced fast. Like me, do the mature thing and do that. Right, Jody?
You're not solidified. You're not completely avid, solidified in your place.
Stop being so happy, Jody. You don't
Oh,
deserve
Paul's in there, too. Hey, Paul's in there.
Craft beer cunts don't deserve happiness. All right. Put that in your malt liquor, whatever update show, whatever the hell it's called.
Hey, Bum, he's apparently watching the whole show because he knows what's happening on the whole show, though.
All right, I'm out of here. Malt liquor. Drink only malt liquor. If you're drinking a 40, keep the label out, or you could get knocked the fuck out. All right.
We just witnessed him not having the label out.
No, he wasn't drinking a 40.
Go fuck yourselves. Malt liquor. Watching you, Jody. That's right. I'll be watching you. That's right. I'll be watching you, pussy.
Look at Jamie.
That's right.
Now he's in my eye. Wake up. He freezes it with my eyes closed and tells me to wake up. Hit the space bar again. I'll wake up.
In the MLDC.
That's
Check
hilarious.
out Joe D. Tell him what you think of his channel.
Yes.
Share a beer show.
Comment in the community
Saturdays.
chat. In the community chat.
Right.
Yes.
Check
please.
him out when you can. Tell him what you feel, what you think, people.
Yes, please.
This guy right here.
You're advertising.
That's Joe.
He is. This guy's great.
Jody. Open your eyes, Jody.
There's no better advocate for us right there than the malt liquor community themselves. These guys are great.
Do we got more views this week?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. So we, you can't beat that. That was.
No. Will you not agree with me with that was the greatest malt liquor report ever?
My goodness.
That was actually really, really good. Yeah, that was by far the best malt liquor report. Yeah, absolutely. By leaps and bounds, actually. Yes. Yeah.
And because we don't want to forget about the chairman.
He's in the chat. 209 is in the chat.
Oh, the chairman's up to Jay Jones.
Yeah.
Whoa. We featured your craft beer spectacular, Mr. Jones.
Yes. The colors, the colors in those beers are phenomenal. The smoke was great out of a couple of them. Have to give you that for sure. This guy's a bigger craft beer enthusiast than we ever thought, which was great. That was a great spectacular.
And he had a great description of that Belgian Christmas beer.
His descriptions of the beer were better than yours.
Yeah. Smells like effing gay people.
Yeah, I mean, he his descriptions were spot on. His smoke was great. Neri would be jealous on a couple of those. It's really good. Just make sure when you pop the cap, you get the cap all the way off so the smoke has a chance to really, because you're never going to get that kind of smoke out of a malt liquor,
Especially on the cork bottles, man. You gotta let it rip.
Yeah. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just real, give it a real, yeah.
He shook it. I would have gotten more satisfaction if he shook the bottle.
Exactly. Yeah. Shake it, baby. Shake it. Hey, you got Loot Bag and you got 209 and you've got our steady friend that's always in here, Havana. So yeah, we're contending again for we're making malt liquor right again. We're making malt liquor great again is what we're doing. That's right.
Yeah, my final word, the chairman is up to 27 Mac ribs and counting as of his most recent Mac rib video. So 27 Mac ribs consumed on camera. And
I don't know if I can hit 27, but I hope to have Mac ribs starting tomorrow.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Tomorrow. I hope to have Mac ribs tomorrow. Yeah.
What? I can't even. I won't even go out. I won't eat 27 of anything.
Yeah, 27 of anything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. In that span of time, like, what the hell?
How many? Yeah, he's had 27 in how long a time, Bum?
About 3 weeks now. 3 weeks worth of videos.
3 weeks. How many calories in a McRib? Did we do that already?
I think it was like 350. Like
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't actually too bad, was it, per sandwich?
I can't remember.
Yeah, McRib calories. Let me see here. 500.
Oh.
So 500 times 27. Figure that one out. That's enough. That's enough to get the job done and give you immediate, that's enough to get all that done. Hey, thank you, Billy D, for that malt liquor report. Absolutely the best malt liquor report we have had. I don't know where your biggest fan was. Your biggest fan wasn't in the chat. I don't know what's going on there, Billy.
Billy D is watching you too, Joe D. Look in his eye.
Absolutely. Yeah, Billy D's keeping an eye on us, man.
Hey, Joe, you know how, like, when you go to the doctors and they're like, oh, do you consume any alcohol? Like, do any of these guys say that they're part of the MLDC and they consume 40 ounces on a daily basis?
With mask on? Yeah.
Yeah, on in their room, recording themselves for the public?
Yeah, in their basement or in their garage. Yeah.
Or does the chairman say that he eats 40 McRibs during McRib season?
Yeah, does he actually tell his doctor that he's eating 27 McRibs in 3 weeks?
Well, the chairman's probably being truthful. He says, I drink 1 bottle of beer per day. Which he's being truthful.
Yeah,
Technically.
Yeah.
This is the first. I didn't notice when I had another one of the other Oakspire New Belgiums, but the inside of the cap is red. Check that out.
Never seen that before, actually.
I hadn't either. It's interesting, I wish they would have put some lettering in there and everything. Since you're going out of your way to make it red and white, why not? Which actually matches the label. So they matched. Oh, pretty.
Those are the ambiance.
Yeah, ambiance and everything. Yeah, ambiance. Ambiance, yeah. Yeah, that's good. So that is my second beer right now. I am on to that one. And then, like I say, I'll be having, this will really make him happy. I'll be having a German chocolate cake beer after this. Chocolate coconut porter is the description on this beer right here. So, and this is from Tucson, Arizona. Borderlands Brewing out of Tucson, Arizona.
It was hitting the border of your fridge too, right?
Yeah, it was in the back of the fridge. So, yeah, that one's. And who's Farm Boy anyway? I don't know. Have we seen Farm Boy in the chat?
Yeah, I don't know if I know Farm Boy.
And then we had the sorry guy 209 says sorry guys, gotta go. Lady wants shrimp. I'll be back. And JJ will beat McRib record. Look at that. A call out right here. There's a little infighting inside the malt liquor community about who is going to have said McRib record.
Yeah, well, that's not the first time. Last year, 209 J. Jones did try to dethrone the chairman to be the chairman of the MLDC, but it was a failed coup attempt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you reporting on that one. That's right.
Right.
And then who else was this we had in here? Marty Staple. Cozy? Cozy? He said hi, so I want to make sure to say hi back. How's it going? You know what I'm saying? Did you notice? I didn't.
Scanning. I don't see it.
You were in the middle of your malt liquor report. I didn't get a chance to say hi to him, so I was just saying hi to him now. Let me see. When was the McRib started?
Oh, man.
Debuted in 1981 and disappeared in 85. So from 81 to 85, because I do remember a period when it was on the menu, and it didn't do very well on the menu. That's why they took it off, but then they brought it back. Yeah, that's right. It says right here in Google. It debuted in 1981, then disappeared in 85, and it resurfaced from time to time till 94 is what they're saying. And then from 94, they kind of made it a seasonal sort of thing. So we are still, I think, in McRib season.
Mhm.
I'm hoping we are, because I will be in McRib areas very soon. So I'm hoping to at least get one or two of these bad boys in my life here soon. Because you can't get them in the great state of Arizona for some reason.
I can't get them too, man. I called a couple places and they were like, nope.
Were those places McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay, because like Taco Bell's not going to have them. I mean, you could try, but you know.
We can give you a McTaco, but we can...
Yeah, McTaco. Yeah, there's no telling what Jack in the Box would have. I mean, Jack in the Box seems to try to do everything. If you got Jack in the Box in your area, and this is another thing that malt liquor don't have. They don't have like good beer glasses. This happens to be a pint glass from my local dairy, for Christ's sake. You know?
Yeah, you had that a couple weeks ago.
Yes, and that way you could put your milk stouts in it. Hello, you know, they don't get that in the malt liquor community. You know, what's up with that? Right?
That is true.
I think it was Fear. I believe one of his videos, he did have a glass that said Colt 45 on it, but if you turned it the other way, it had some other beer on it and some other beer on the other side. It had like 4 different beers on 4 different sides, but one of them was Colt 45.
One of them was Colt 45, yeah.
I think that's the closest you're going to get to a malt liquor glass.
I got a question for you.
Go for it.
When the MLDC, they go to a bar, what do they order? It's like, there's no malt liquor. You really no malt liquor on the menu.
That's what we were talking about before. You remember, I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago or what, but when was the last time you had a malt liquor on tap?
Yeah.
You don't.
You don't. You never have a malt liquor on tap. You could go to the middle of Wisconsin. You can go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where most of it's made, and you're not going to get one on tap.
Can you even buy a keg of malt liquor?
I
honestly don't know, Tom.
Let's Google it.
Like, I go into a place and I'm like, hey, man, I want to buy a keg of Colt 45. Anything.
There's got to be kegs of the stuff, I would imagine. So
it would have 7 gallons of door foam in it.
Exactly, yeah. So you've got Mickey's Malt 15.5 gallon keg at Beer and Cider right here. So Bevmo, look at this.
Wow.
You go to Bevmo and get a 15. Wow. Let me see if it'll have. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get. Yes, I'm 21. Let me see if I can get for $75, 15.5 gallons of, oh dear God, out of stock.
For a keg party, that's not too bad.
So, $0, probably because they're out of stock, which means they've never had it ever. They just have it listed on the website.
No, that means the demand is so high that they're obviously sold out.
Right? Yeah, you could take that either way you want to go, right? Yeah.
Damn.
So
that was $75. That's actually not too bad.
I mean, because you can't get any higher than that with a keg. I mean, come on. Here's keg and bottle. Let's see what they've got. No such luck. No kegs. Malt liquor, beer, liquor mart. Can you get malt liquor on tap? As long as I can remember, Schlitz malt liquor was on tap. And you know what? I think he's right. I think I remember being a kid seeing, yes, Schlitz malt liquor taps. I remember seeing Schlitz malt liquor taps when I was a kid in the 70s. And like in a bowling alley situation. My dad, when I was a kid, happened to be into bowling. Now that that's mentioned, I think I seem to remember seeing malt liquor beer taps. So if there's, I mean, what do you call it? Yeah, the taps, right? So there would have to have been.
Here you go, Joe. If I don't know how to share the screen, someday you'll have to teach me how. But if you just go to eBay, type in Schlitz malt liquor tap handle, you will find a result, and you can show the picture.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, I've got some. Okay, here we go. Malt liquor. Wow, it got quiet. What happened there? Oh,
yeah, I was going to say.
Earth muted himself. He had a hiss going on.
So we've got, let me see here. I'm going to share the screen here. Images from malt liquor beer tap handle.
There you go. Look at that.
And here's one from Mickey's. Full Sail. That's not quite malt liquor. But yeah, I remember this, man. I do. I now that he mentioned that, I do remember, because Schlitz malt liquor was that big back in the day. It was a big brand in the hood, and I didn't live too far. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of lived in the hood when I was a kid. So I do remember that, like bowling. He mentioned like back in the day and bowling alleys, and I'm like, you know what? I think I remember that. Yes, this tap handle right here, like Colt 45.
Wow, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, because you don't have handles without having it on tap somewhere at some point. Yep. Here's Schlitz, but that's Schlitz light. That's not. Even those guys wouldn't consider it malt liquor. Not regular Schlitz, right? It'd have to be Schlitz malt liquor specifically. Colt 45. Yeah, there you go. There was. These are actually cool tap handles too. Schlitz malt liquor. Yep.
I'd be very curious if you called like what's that liquor store you have in your area? If you even called them and asked them, I'd be so curious.
Nowadays, I doubt you're gonna find one. You know what I'm saying? I doubt you're gonna find one. Not now. Back in the day, like 70s, early 80s, when malt liquor was in its heyday, when it had Billy D actually advertising for it and all that stuff. As soon as he said that, it dawned on me, and I was like, you know what? I think I do remember seeing it in like bowling alleys and stuff when bowling was popular, when skating rinks were popular. Because I used to. Wow, I guess I'm old enough where you would go to a skating rink and hang out. Like that's where you would pick up chicks. You know what I'm saying? When you were in school, you would go skating, man, like a skating rink, man. Wow.
They did used to advertise, Joe. Click on the link in the show chat on YouTube, and I have a link to a commercial. I know you remember Rufus Thomas walking the dog.
All right. Yeah, let me pause that and then let me Well, is that showing malt liquor beer taps or what?
No, it's for a YouTube commercial.
I don't know really how I did. Just one day I said, this is what I want to be.
Oh, that's not it.
One of them.
That's Rufus Thomas, but that's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought I had the link for the Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull commercial.
Damn.
Yeah, that's definitely not it. Yeah.
Hey, he's talking my language though.
But he did do a Schlitz commercial, a Malt Liquor Bull commercial.
Rufus Thomas.
Yeah. So in any case, we've given a lot more time to malt liquor than it needs.
Yeah.
So we've got Nuke Shadow in there saying he's drinking Budweiser. You know.
I mean, hey, if that's your
So-
thing.
Someone drinks it, obviously, because, hello, it sells like gangbusters, so please. You know. They've only got like 13 humongous breweries in this country, so hello.
It tastes like if I put corn in a bottle of water and let it sit for too long.
But here goes my German chocolate cake chocolate coconut porter.
Hey, bum.
Victory at Sea, there it is. Yeah, peanut butter.
We're both drinking a peanut butter Victory at Sea. That's hilarious. I think that's the first time you've had two people.
I have a bottle of it.
Earth's got one left from his 6-pack too.
Nice.
No. We've had many times at least two people drinking the same beer.
Yeah, that's true.
Many times. Many times. Oh, you know what?
It was
This does smell better, right?
$12.99 for a 6-pack, and I was like, dude, all over.
I was thinking about it, and I ended up grabbing this one instead.
What do you think of that beer there, Earth? What was that again? The Drift?
The Pacific Drift?
Yeah.
That's my go-to daily.
Those aren't bad brews, are they?
This one's super solid, especially for $7.99 a 6-pack.
Oh, yeah.
I can't come close to that with anything else. Like $12 and up for everything else.
Yeah. You know what? This beer's not bad now. Right now, I don't know what it is with this German chocolate cake beer, but which, like I said, is classified as a chocolate coconut porter by themselves. It's 7.3%, 15 IBUs. It seems to be slightly different. I can get a 4-pack of this stuff. I think it comes in 4-packs, and if almost every can to me will be different. It's just the craziest beer. I don't know, because right now it's not bad. Mind you, I'm a few beers in. You know what I'm saying? So that matters greatly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know, some breweries say drink this beer in the can. They should drink this beer after a couple beers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And I encourage women like look at me after a few beers and then judge me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot better looking after 6. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Funny? Ooh, I'm a funny guy after like 6 beers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
hilarious. You know?
Funny all the time.
Not just funny looking, but you know, a little more attractive after 6 beers. Things I say make sense.
My vices are out the window.
Come on.
Right. Joe's like John Travolta.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, I'm like, doing the pompadour here, man. Come on, got that little strut. Yeah, what's up? Hey,
you got the BGs on in the background.
Yeah, got the BGs. I'm pointing at people. What's up? Yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah, hey. There's no better scene except for like all the very insulting language in the beginning of that movie, Saturday Night Fever. But there's nothing like him strutting down the street there, man. It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Just mute it. You know what I'm saying? Because everything he's saying pretty damn insulting, but pretty damn offensive. But yeah, that's one of those movies, Saturday Night Fever, man. It's I've watched it 2.5 million times. Not quite as much as Seinfeld, but I have watched it quite a bit. Seinfeld, I have watched probably 350 million times. I don't know, somewhere roughly. If you got to put a round number on it. I just watched another season yesterday. Hey, anybody watch or has anybody started? Did anybody even know about the latest season of Narcos?
No.
I heard about it, but I've never watched it.
You've never watched any Narcos at all, period?
Ever.
Really? Oh, man. They just launched the latest season of Narcos yesterday, I think. Already watched it. Duh. Yeah, I can tell you everything. I can be spoiler right now if I wanted to. Yeah. I love... You know what? The only thing I'll kind of spoil is some seasons of Narcos. And what they did now is kind of interesting because now they went to like a season 1 of Narcos Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going into like season 3, but they're doing like season 1 of like a new Narcos sort of thing. But what I like about Narcos is that they can still use a lot of the same actors playing the same characters from other seasons that they haven't even used that character in. You know what I'm saying? So they can go back and forth and it's this real cool thing, man. But it has its real slow periods where you're like, oh man, it kind of sucking wind right now. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets really good. And you're like, damn it, this show's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So Narcos is that kind of show, man. But yeah, it meets all the guy requirements. So of course you're drinking beer, whatever it may be. I don't know. Do we still? Malt liquor is not really beer, is it? It's malt liquor, right? So whatever your adult beverage may be of choice while you're consuming, you're consuming said media. I won't judge you on that. It could be wine or it could be spirits, which is great. Wine or even malt liquor. But in any case, if you're watching Netflix, man, tune in to Narcos, man. Give it a shot if you haven't watched it. All the guy requirements. Lots of people getting killed. Hot chicks. Money. Hot chicks. Lots of people getting killed brutally. And hot chicks and money and drugs. And it's just great. And lots of people getting killed brutally. It's awesome, man.
A lot of contemplation of killing people.
Yeah, it's just great. People die. You're like, oh yeah, I knew you were going. See, you're an idiot. You know what I'm
Sounds
saying?
like the Mayans.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, don't kill it because I have to download a whole show before I can see it. I haven't seen Mayans yet. Yeah. Now that's a great comparison too because if you've seen what's the other? Because it's a spin-off of what was the other motorcycle show?
Anarchy.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, Sons. So that's basically the same thing that Narcos is trying to do exactly. Yeah, that's a good comparison. The Sons had what, 7 seasons or 6 seasons?
5, 6. That might be 7.
Yeah, 5 or 6 at least, right? So, and then it's been what?
That's what the Mayans is based off of, though.
Right. So that's basically what they're trying to do is bring Sons back, but it's like a spin-off, right? Now, I haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen no trailers, no nothing. And I've got them. I've got all the other ones in the can. So when the season has the season finale hit yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, yeah. So I can't see that one yet. I like to binge. I like to binge the whole. As you can see, Narcos just released yesterday. I already watched it. I watched. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy. You know how they showed like Domino's Pizza, and they show the couple that's binging it, you know, and they like answer the door and shut it right away and all that. Yeah, I'm that guy. You know, I'm that
The
guy.
second season comes out, Joe's the guy on Twitter asking when's the new season coming out. Right?
Yeah. I'm that. I didn't even know. One of the guys at work. It's like a little topic of conversation. So if a news show or new series in that show comes out, you know what I'm saying, a new season, then the guys at work will give you a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the new. So that's exactly what happened yesterday. I walked into work and hey, the new season of Narcos came out. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
It's like a new beer release, like with us. You know, hey, did you like we in the pre-show we were talking about the new release for what? What was the new release that's coming out this week?
In Bourbon County?
Yeah, Bourbon County Stout, right? It's a big deal for us in this room. And so it's the same thing at work. I walk into work, I literally walked in, I'm just putting down my darn lunch pail. You know what I'm saying? And someone right away, the new series of Narcos release. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, yeah, it's in my queue, bitches. Perfect on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was on, man. Yeah, that's the way that works. And then with it being like the Thanksgiving season, Netflix is releasing a lot of good stuff. There's YouTube channels dedicated to what Netflix is releasing right now. Like there's a channel that shows like what Netflix is releasing this week, what Netflix is releasing this month, and you can watch those videos to see what they're releasing, which is awesome. I'm that much of a cord cutter, and I watch that much YouTube. YouTube for me as a cord cutter, and I'm a hardcore cord cutter. I'm not just like, I don't watch any live streaming TV either, except for like sports. But YouTube for me is just, it's everything. I can get all my entertainment on YouTube. So all the ESPN shows people upload, or ESPN themselves upload now, because it just makes all the sense in the world for them to do it, and they upload all their shows with no commercials, which is like their shows are 20 minutes long. A half-hour show will be 20 minutes long. That's how many commercials ESPN pounds in your skull. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'll give you my rationing here. This is what happens in my head. It's hard for me to pay for streaming TV anymore. Either way you do it, whether you're paying for cable or not, it's hard for me to pay for commercials. Like, why should I pay? Like, they're getting money on both ends. Like, they're double dipping. You're paying them, and the companies are paying them for the commercial slots. So why should we even pay? Why should you pay for that at all?
That's like you going out to eat and then the server taking a bite out of your food.
Yeah, like the server. Yeah, exactly.
Get the hell out of
here. Yeah, you know, like I don't need that in my life. No, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't need that. So, yeah, in certain circumstances like Hulu, I pay for no commercials, and I pay YouTube for no commercials. I don't want to see your marketing. I don't need to be marketed to. So now I get really offensive when I get marketed to. You know what I'm saying? I get really like, oh, what are you doing? What is that? You know.
Jesus. Hey, Bum, how did you do in the snow?
I didn't get any here. It was I'm in the western part of Pennsylvania. The eastern part got nailed. I got nothing to speak of. I got a coating. Yeah, I'm fine here.
We got like 3 inches, and it was enough for people to obviously get in car crashes, because when the first snow comes in the season, people don't remember how to drive.
Yeah,
shit happens. But
yeah, but it's amazing. Even with that first inch of snow that we got, it was like an inch, I actually had trees down on my way to work. I had like roads closed because there was trees down. I guess just because it was wet snow.
Yeah.
But if it's any consolation to you, I'm still using air conditioning in my car.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
I still think I was still running my air conditioner as recently as a month ago. I think I still had it on about 30 days ago. And then 2 days later, I had to put my furnace on.
Yeah, that our high today was 75. Yeah.
Yeah. Boiled brat.
It's 70s this whole week. Yep. That's
high right now is 42.
It's why we live here, man. That's not even our low. Yeah, our low's 44.
Jesus.
Well,
hey,
you know,
Joe,
the Illuminati controlling all our roads. So.
Joe, I'm going to make sure I send a box of snow to you with dry ice.
You know what's hilarious? I'll tell you guys a quick story. Okay, so I'm driving down I-17. And if you're familiar with I-17, I-17 only exists between Flagstaff and Phoenix. That's the only place it exists. And Flagstaff is 7,800 feet, something like that. So they get snow up there, right? In any case, this is how far I am away from snow, right? I've been here now 4.5 years. So I am that disconnected from this, right? Mind you, it's in the 70s here. It's not, and there's a lot of times during the day when especially when you're driving, you're sitting in your car behind glass, I just get super hot. Like Earth says, I have the AC on at least halfway all day when I'm driving. So in any case, I see these like gray things and they look like plastic on I-17 as I'm driving south coming from North Phoenix. I'm like, what in the hell is this stuff? And as people are running over it, it's wet. And I keep expecting it to flick up at my truck as I'm driving. For those that don't know, I drive a big truck, And so I'm like, what in the hell is all this stuff? And I forgot that it's ice off the trucks that are coming from the snowy areas. You know what I'm saying? And they're dry. And I had to laugh at myself because I was like, oh my God, that's right. That's ice.
They just came down the mountain.
Yeah, they're coming down the mountain. They still have lots of ice stuck on them. You know what I'm saying? And so they're getting into Phoenix and now it's melting. So it's falling off finally, but the whole rest of the country is cold. So it stays on there. So wherever they came from, it's still staying on there. So it's hilarious. I had to laugh at myself because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even recognize what ice looked like. So I was cracking up, because it's not white. It's kind of dirty and stuff, right? Because it's on the underneath. So it does look like plastic or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I was like, what in the hell is all this stuff? And it didn't make sense to me because as people were running over it, these big chunks, I'm like, why is it wet? Oh, yeah, that's ice. And I was laughing, man. I was laughing like I've been in Phoenix long enough now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in Phoenix long enough where that's happening to me. I'm forgetting what the rest of the country is going through right now. Yeah. That's where we live. That's the realities of where we live. Because Earth in the same type of environment, like it's crazy.
It must be so nice to get no potholes when they put the salt down in Arizona.
Oh no! There are tons of potholes here.
You ruin your struts during the winter in New England or in the East Coast where the bum is. It's horrible.
Well, the roads are in Phoenix. When you're in any of the other cities around Phoenix, the roads are pretty darn good. But in Phoenix, you're in Phoenix because the roads are just atrocious.
They're that bad?
Oh, they're horrible. And in a car, you might not notice them as much. In a big truck, oh my God, they'll just rattle your jaw almost. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, oh my God, the roads are just pathetic. They really need to get on that better. I don't know how they can, though, to tell you the truth. Stuff is growing here at such a rate that they're having a hard time keeping up with the infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? They really are. They're trying, but it's a tough task, man. There's a lot of people moving to Phoenix. It's really
you got to do it at nighttime. That's the only time you can do it. I mean, even at that, it's so hard.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they do all they can. I give it to them. They do all they can, but
Well, that's true because I mean, you're not going to do it overnight and be done. It takes weeks.
right. So it takes a while. It takes time, but yeah, it's interesting, man. That whole thing. I mean, there's people that get degrees in that sort of construction, right? Because it's tough. It's a tough, you know, it's a tough field to be in, right? And to get it right. But
It's a good paying field.
yeah,
Definitely. They're doing well.
yeah. Oh, they're doing very well. Yeah, because as we all know, in all our areas, they'll do a road and they'll do it perfect. You're like, oh, this road's great. And then 4 months later, they're there tearing it up again, doing it all over. So yeah, there's tons of job security there because yeah, they can count on doing the same project over and over and over again till they retire. So it's fantastic. Yeah. And a lot of that work is done non-union, which is, that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, that cracks me up. It's kind of funny now that your boy mentioned that all this is good American union work, and I'm like, well, I'm a union worker. Hello.
There you go.
The host of the show is a union guy. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I think I'm one of the only union guys on the whole show, actually. Look at this guy. What? Oh, he's got a peanut butter victory at sea. I'm like the only person that don't have a peanut butter.
Hold up your bottle, Tom. Look.
There's peanut butter victory at sea pride happening right now, and I'm the one.
I got to do
it. Well, that's that chassis beer that we were talking about earlier. That a lot of other breweries are following that model, right?
Cheers.
Cheers,
yep.
Mate.
Dilly, man. Absolutely.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Pour some more German chocolate beer and.
There's been so many There's been so many of those commercials I can't even remember them.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the first one. The first one was the best.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good. The other one, though, where they're in the castle and the king is like, or whoever he is, I don't know if he's the prince or whoever he is, but he's trying to give everybody Bud Light. And the one guy's like, well, can I have a mead for, and then he's like, yeah, and one mead. And then the guy's like, well, can I have a tismal mead? And he's like, yeah, okay. One autismal meeting, and he's like, "Can I have a?" And the next scene is in the damn lockup. You know what I'm saying? I like that one too. That one's pretty good. And then the one where he's the other king, I guess, from the other castle is like, well, ours is better than this, and ours is better than that. And then the queen is like, well, why are we putting up with this guy? And he's like, well, because we're raiding his castle right now. You know what I'm saying? That one's not too bad. Not super great, but it's not too bad.
How do you guys feel? And then we got three of us drinking the same beer. How do you guys feel about it? Peanut butter wise, do you feel like have you had other beers that are more peanut butter? Or less peanut butter?
Well, let's break that down, right? So, are you getting peanut or peanut butter from that beer? Are you getting more peanut or more like sweet peanut butter from that beer?
I'm getting peanut butter, but I think
peanut butter.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's as potent as it was initially, like a couple years ago.
As you did mention that on your check-in on Untapped Earth, and like I said, it's hard for me to compare because this is the first fresh bottled version of this beer I've ever had. I had it on tap, and I got a crowler of it last year, and I did have it on tap, and unbeknownst to me, it was peanut butter cup victory at sea. and I had a year-old bottle of this, which I can't, obviously can't use as a comparison. This is my first ever fresh bottled peanut butter Victory at Sea, and to me, it's good. And I'm getting peanut butter, and to me, it's excellent. I love it.
And what do you think about the chocolate character in that beer?
To me, virtually no chocolate.
Okay, just mostly peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Earth? You
Yeah, it's closer to the base Victory at Sea with just a slight peanut butter nuance to it.
Mm-hmm. It's almost to the point where I wouldn't be angry if I just had a regular Victory at Sea. I was disappointed. Like if I had a regular Victory at Sea, I'd be all right.
It's definitely not Belching Beaver status peanut butter wise anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely
Belching Beaver. The peanut, they've got it nailed down, man. I think my best kind of big boys peanut butter stouts are the Syntax and the Belching Beaver. For the bigger kind of the ones that are known in the peanut butter stout category. You know what I'm saying? There's others that are smaller that I've had that are better. But what do you say, Zach?
What?
As far as peanut butter beers, what do you think about the Victory at Sea variant of that?
I think it's pretty boring.
I think that's kind of what Earth is getting at a little bit in his description. Like
it's big beer. It's the same. It's. I'll put it how you can probably understand it best. It's like a Limerita. There's multiple variations, but
right.
It's all the same shit.
Right.
I don't know.
I was kind of expecting it once I saw it go into 6-packs. I kind of figured, it's going to be more mass produced. It's going to be toned down even more. So I was already kind of expecting it.
Well, Ballast Point's owned by Constellation Brands.
Right.
It's not like they're a craft brewery.
Well, I don't want to cop out like that. I don't think. I think it's more like what Earth is saying. Once they start breaking it down like that into 6-packs, then you're putting out more volume. Something's going to get caught.
I think whoever your local brewery is probably makes a better peanut butter.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Well, it's the same thing with some of the Sam Adams beers. What's that one that I really liked? And they would come out with. They had these. Sam Adams had these variants that they would come out with every 2 years. This is years ago.
They used to do that. Isn't the chocolate box?
Yeah, the chocolate box. That was the one.
That's out right now.
That's my problem. Chocolate Bock isn't what it used to be. They used to, they come out every couple of years, and they put a lot of thought and a lot of care into it. And it used to be this fantastic beer you look forward to, and now not so much.
Chocolate Bock is the beer of McRibs.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
I don't think anything Sam Adams blows you away unless it's a really high limited release something, and then even then it's
not anymore.
It's good, but it's not.
They used to have some. That's what I'm saying. They used to have these beers that were limited 2-year releases, which were pretty darn good. Once they quit doing that, and then they put them into their every winter pack that they come out with, or every fall pack. They just lost their thunder, right?
The Utopia is but it's more of like a port wine. It's a good port wine.
Yeah, but who can afford to buy that?
Yeah, it's like $200. When I was at a bar, they had a couple bottles lined up, and I asked them if they were selling the bottle, and they're like, "Oh, you can have a sample of it." I'm like, "Oh, awesome." They gave me like 2 or 3 samples of it of different bottles of shit, and I can't complain with that.
Yeah,
I can buy a couple good bottles of scotch before I buy Utopias.
Yeah, hell yeah. I can tell you a lot. Yeah, there's many bottles out there you can buy before you buy that.
Well, it was it last week that we had the discussion about. We had my friend from New York in here, and he was talking about the uh, pumpkin beer, and this year was not too bad. It was, what's that pumpkin beer? The
He was having not the pumpkin, the
yeah, pumpkin, yeah,
pumpkin.
yeah. I think he was talking about the pumpkin and how decent it is this year. And I was like, whoa, because pumpkin is really fallen off the cliff. I mean, talk about a beer that used to be really good years ago. And then I don't know, what was it, 5, 6, 7 years ago that they came out with that batch, and it was just, it was drain pour awful.
And their pricing, you go one.
I never liked pumpkin.
It's not. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great. And their pricing, they're definitely off. One place you'll go to, it's like crazy, like $5 more in the last place, and it's like they have that one bottle. I think it's like a 16-ounce or 18-ounce glass. It's like someplace $10. Oh. Maybe in my area.
Yeah, Farm Boy has a comment in the chat about the pumpkin, or pumpkin, but I think he meant pumpkin. But yeah, that's what Sunil had said, is that this year's wasn't as bad as the previous few years, because it had really fallen off a cliff. I mean, I remember trying it, I think 2 years ago, and it was bad. But when you start coming out with the pumpkin beer in July, for Christ's sake, and it's in 6-packs all over the country, and they're just pushing it. There's some compromises being made there, right?
You would think they'd still be around November. I can't even get an Oktoberfest anymore. Right? I'd want an Oktoberfest in November still, in my opinion.
Yeah, Farm Boy says it tastes like butter. I don't know if you want to.
I still don't have regular access to Southern Tier out here. I'd have to go to Total Wine they might have it there. But even to get like a Warlock or a chocolate or whatever, I don't have access to those.
Oh. Yeah. Well, it's like Zach says, I'm not that impressed with Southern Tier. I see Southern Tier anytime I go to a beer store, and I always think that, like, are their beers going to be gimmicky? They kind of always are.
We've got a brewery that's kind of close to us. They just released their it's a Cinnamon Toast Crunch 4.
Huh.
It's pretty solid. We just brewed a peppermint mocha stout.
Very nice.
That sounds good.
Pecan pie amber ale.
Ooh.
It was tasty. Strange Craft up here has Gingerbread Man, which is just it's kind of like drinking gingerbread cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your pumpkin. No. You said peppermint.
Peppermint
mocha stout. I would imagine your peppermint mocha stout is a real heavy stout, right?
Yeah, I think you got to have that body.
Yeah, you have to have the body, right? Yep.
Yeah.
And the mint and the cocoa really have to stand out.
Yeah, it's like making not beers.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What are you doing as mint? Are you doing extract mint?
No, you can just throw fresh mint in there.
Fresh mint?
Hey, look who's about to pop in here, man. Let's see if we can get John in here, bro. We haven't had...
How much mint are you using? That's a shit ton of mint, right?
No, because mint's pretty powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Once you start...
It's not watermelon. Watermelon, you would have to put a crap shit...
At least
Well, once you brew on larger scales, there's certain things, and it's kind of a trial and error that you find out like some things translate different than others as far as how they scale up. Not everything is vertical. Like grains are kind of vertical, but hops aren't quite vertical.
Adjuncts are definitely not vertical.
Orange peel is vertical, but like using anise is not vertical at all.
Oh.
We do a black IPA that has a little bit of anise in it. It's like, okay, 4 grams go into a barrel. That doesn't mean that you multiply that for 7 barrels and do 28 grams, because you pretty much keep it as you were saying. And mint is one of those that it scales really differently. It's like just a handful or so, do you?
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, anise and like you said, peppermint, mint, just in general, right? I would imagine that those are very powerful. Even cinnamon to a degree, right?
Yeah, cinnamon it's not as sharp, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's got to be up there. I would imagine things like vanilla's got to be a big variant, depending on what you're brewing and how big a batch.
Yeah, vanilla's so crazy right now. Hershey's bought like all the vanilla in the world. It's so hard. Vanilla is 4 times the price right now than when I opened it.
Really, give me an idea of what vanilla costs, man. What on your level? What do you?
Let me pull up my latest sheet, but
I don't have an idea of what vanilla would. So what? Like, give me if you can some general specifics on like, okay, I'm gonna make so big a batch.
So a 1 pound bag of vanilla is roughly like $380.
Damn.
But that's a full bag of vanilla bean, right?
Or
powder. That's a
powder.
Yeah, that's full vanilla beans.
Oh, that's. I mean, it makes sense, honestly.
And vanilla is so expensive right now. It's just.
So what's the? If you don't mind, Zach, if for someone like myself that has no idea, because you're selling beer, you're in the business. So how do you break that down to cost for a 22 ounces of beer?
It's all marginal. I mean, grains, taxes, hops, plating. I mean, when you get down to it, there's not a lot of profit. You got to sell a lot of beer to get profit. I think a lot of breweries are happy if they hit probably 5-10% profits.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, vanilla is just so crazy. Like I looked up on Amazon, just like if you want to be a regular person buying vanilla, I get a little better wholesale price. It's $590 for a pound.
Ooh. And then there's different kinds of vanilla. So depending on what kind of vanilla you're getting, right? Like there's.
Yeah, Madagascar is so hard to find because Hershey's bought it up for their new chocolate bar that they're doing. And decided to go all whole bean or whatever. I think we're using a Dominican bean right now. There's some good ones from Ghana. There's like a Tibetan bean that's pretty solid.
Tahitian.
Tahitian.
What about
your?
So what about your chocolate, Zach? How when you're doing that peppermint mocha, the chocolate's got to be crazy right now, right?
No, chocolate's fucking pretty cheap, actually.
Okay.
But, what was her fucking name?
You're using, right?
Yeah, let me find it here.
Because are you using beans for that as well?
We're using nibs in a lot of it.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I can tell you about the price.
Do you grind down the nibs, or do you leave the nibs whole?
No, we just leave them down. Let me see here. Oh, fucking dog. Yeah, but
Hey, how you doing, John? I'm waiting on a price from Zach, and then I was gonna get to you, man. I want to because got another brewer in the house as well, or someone that at least knows about it.
Yeah, so for nibs, I'm looking at they're like $10 a pound.
Oh wow! So you compare that, I mean that's a huge difference.
But nibs get broken down differently. So like a husk and nib combo goes down to like $2 or $2 a pound.
Which you're going to use a lot more of, though. So it's gonna.
And you're gonna get off flavors from the husks, right?
Yeah, if you guys ever want hot chocolate mix, it's like I can get 5 pounds of hot chocolate mix for $30.
That's not bad, dude.
That's a lot of fucking hot.
And so that's why some of those beers are just a little cheaper.
And then so it's probably easier for you to see so confectioner chocolate is like $8.50 a pound.
Okay, yeah, that's.
And that's like the chocolate that we would all normally use in our kitchen.
Well, that makes sense though, because what a chocolate bar when you go to the grocery store is about 12 ounces.
Yeah.
Or 16.
There's some good chocolate out there.
I don't think chocolate bars are that big, are they? Aren't chocolate bars like maybe 4 ounces or something?
Like the big one, like the Lindt.
Like like they're just a couple of ounces, aren't they? Chocolate bars.
I just got a bite-sized Snickers.
One right here, actually. Let me see.
Yeah.
My bite-sized Snicker is 0.65 of an ounce.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like they're not really that. Yeah.
3.17 ounces for a gallon.
Yeah, there you go, and that's a big bar.
The straight, big bar. I was wrong. And this was $3.
Yeah. So yeah, you start comparing that. What do you, we got John in the house. Speaking of New York and all of that, and John has quite a bit of knowledge as well of brewing and that whole process. What can you add to this conversation there, John?
I haven't personally brewed with chocolate, but I am drinking a beer brewed with chocolate. My brother's a Russian Imperial Stout.
Oh, nice.
He's been doing a lot of experimentation with different things, but this is his 10% stout.
So he's still brewing stuff up, huh?
Brewing strong. He's got barley wine, I believe, fermenting at 11.5%.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so Gary's doing quite well then, huh?
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
That's good, man. That's good. So what? Can you give us an update, man, on what's going on with you and your brother and what's happening?
Been good. Been busy, with the kids, and we had snow here Thursday, which made the tri-state into like a lockdown. Like it literally took me 11 hours to go 20 minutes.
Oh my God! Screw that.
Yeah, screw that is right. It was freaking ridiculous.
Hey, John, we were talking about that earlier because earlier it was 75 degrees here still.
I wish. I wish.
That's where I live. It's still in the 70s where I live here.
Yeah, and it was like 30 and was coming down real heavy, and no one knew what to do, and the highways were like abandoned cars everywhere, and like a war zone.
So what do you do in that situation? I mean, you said abandon cars. If people are abandoning their cars like in the middle of the street, I mean, so are you kind of
cars like
same
either
thing?
they were sitting in their cars or they like left them like on the side of the highway and just started to walk home. Like it was crazy. Everywhere I went, there were cars just all pulled over, like completely like disabled. And it wasn't even like that. I mean, it was like 6 inches, but like it's not a lot. Like here, like an inch, everyone panics. Like, oh my god, the world's gonna end. Like
Hey
where
guys,
other places.
I gotta run, but I'll keep watching.
Hey, thanks, Zach. Appreciate it, man.
Yes.
See ya.
Bye, honey.
What part of the country are you from?
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, you're in New Jersey.
Oh,
New York. Okay.
I know in New York they got it. One of the bridges in New York City got, I think it's George Washington or something like that.
Yeah, it got really messed up on there.
And it was really bad. It was like you were saying, like 11, 12 hours. People sleeping in their cars.
Yeah, we had people sleeping in town hall in our township because the bus got stuck, and they walked all the kids to the town hall and locked the door. Like it was my friend picked their kids up at 3 o'clock in the morning until they was able to get there.
Wow.
How much snow did you get?
It was like 6.5 inches. It really wasn't like terrible. It just came down so hard, and the forecast was for like 1 or 2 inches.
Yeah.
And it came down so hard and heavy, right down in the rush hour.
John, I got to tell you, if we just had the rumor that it was going to snow here, I think people would just like shoot themselves. I don't know what people.
They'd batten down the hatches.
They would. I mean, when the temperature drops to the 70s, people wrap themselves in the biggest parkas you've ever seen in your life here. Like you would think that it was like below zero here, the way some people dress right now. It's incredible. Like that's the type of place, man. This is the part of the country where when it gets 115 or 120 regularly, when it drops to 70, people lose their mind. I'm not kidding. That is an exact number. 70.
Yeah, be my bathing suit.
There are people that will. They're just like, it's freezing to them. It's like that's zero for them. Like once it gets like they're just. Oh my god! You wouldn't believe how.
Here it was like 30 people. I mean, even with a couple snowflakes, people are like already, all right, that's it. Run to the grocery store, get all the milk.
This is the part of the country where when it rains, people are like, it's going to rain. I'm not getting to work.
So, Joe, is it odd to wear shorts all year?
No. I can tell you right now, it's not. No.
You get maniacs around here that don't wear shorts in 20 degrees. They don't give a goddamn.
Yeah, it is.
That's me.
Yeah.
I wear shorts. As a matter of fact, it's weird when I wear pants. When I wear pants, to me, it's a big deal because I've only got a couple pairs of them now, and when I have to put them on, it is weird because I wear shorts. It's not even thought about. Like I don't even think about it. It's just shorts, automatic. It's just.
Oh, you must have crazy tan line.
It is just. It is. It's just one of those. Like it's just one of those things. Like you just don't. It's just.
I don't own pants anymore, so.
Yeah, it's when I go somewhere and I have to wear pants. I'm like, well, it's just not even an option for me. If I had to go somewhere in Phoenix and they were like, you're going to have to wear pants, I just probably wouldn't go. Like, I'd be like, what? All right, skip that. Like it's just not, it's not something you even think about here, at least. I don't know. I
make fun of my coworker because he wears hoodies and it's like 95 degrees.
That's it. I'm not kidding you guys. 70 degrees is that magic number. You'll hear the ladies talking about it. I don't mean to stereotype, but it just seems like it's the ladies first, and that's their magic number, the 70. And you'll hear them like, "Oh, I hate it when it gets below 70." Like you'll hear them like it's just they're wearing coats everywhere. They're like,
they're striving for the 69.
"Boom!" I see. That's good.
One would hope.
They'll actually touch you, man, and they're actually physically freezing. Like they'll touch you and they're cold. It's crazy.
So if you're out with short sleeves and some shorts on, you're a badass.
To them, yeah. Because I'll have them tell me, like, or they'll ask me, like, I'll just come in from outside and they're like, is it cold to you or is it going to be cold to me? And I'm like, dude, it's nice out there. What are you kidding me? It's paradise right now. What are you, nuts? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, it's a little breezy, but it's okay. And it's like 74. You know, like it's just a different planet.
If the AC's on, it's not nice.
Yeah. Like Earth is saying, man, I pretty much always have a ceiling fan still going. Ceiling fan is always on. Like you just, you know, yeah, it's that, you know, this is where we live, right? Yeah, it's that type of. But hey, John, you got anything else you want to add, man, before we head out here? Because we're about to close this out.
No, I just wanted to make sure I had time to jump in, and I just wanted to say hi to everyone. And
yeah, was it like a year ago?
Yeah, I have a lot of more time now, so I'll probably be back then next week.
Oh,
but,
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, John definitely jumps in more than Sunil does. That's for sure. Because I think Sunil jumped in, was it a week ago or two, and nobody even knew who he was. And I'm like, yeah, I hadn't even introduced him.
He's like once every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, when John jumped in like a year ago, Joe, you flipped out. You spazzed.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it's cool, man. When we get some old schoolers that come back, you know, and jump in, man. Like it is cool to me, you know, because those guys were here. Like John was here in the very, very early,
very long time ago.
Yeah. So it's cool, man. When him and if his brother were to jump in, that would be a huge treat. But
we'll be together next weekend, so hopefully I can convince him to come on.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. If Barry could get, because Barry was a regular. Barry was on all the time.
Yeah.
John, you were always kind of, you know, on for a little while and then off and on for a little. But Barry was the regular. He was on here all the time. He was so yeah. It's cool, man. When and this is that type of show. We've always been that type of show where we've always had these steady guys that jump on all the time, and then your cast of characters that just every year or a couple years or every once in a while they jump on, and that we always have that. It's great. I love it, man. It's great.
Joe, here's my goal. You have the obviously we have the 500th show coming up in a couple months. And we have the 10-year anniversary show coming up, I believe, in February.
Oh,
I would love nothing more than for you to round up all the guys that were part of the original Share a Beer show. Just somehow find a way to contact them and say, hey, come back for this one show, do an anniversary show. I will gladly stay off of there and just watch the show as a fan, just to enjoy watching all you original guys on there again.
That it would be awesome to have Gary and his wife on here again. Yeah, from one show, like you said.
Greg.
We'd have to have Greg on here, right? Yeah, he was definitely part of it. There's some guys I don't know that they would, because alcohol is no longer part of their lives.
Oh, like Skylar? Is it Skylar?
No. Skylar's actually a brewer.
AJ? Was it
yeah.
AJ? Yeah, AJ. Okay.
And we have our friend from Louisiana. Although I think he's jumping in on other people's shows now. I don't, you know.
We need to get Barrick back in here.
Yeah, Barrick.
Barrick's another one.
I think the malt liquor report might have scared Barrick away. I'm not positive.
I don't know. You know, Barrick was just doing his own thing, and
Yeah.
that's fine. He's just some people move in and out of the show. That's fine. We'd have to get Dave back in here, man. Dave was, and every once in a while he pops back in.
Yeah, Dave's still lurking.
Yeah, he still lurks in every once in a while, and hell, there's just so many.
Drinking all the Founders Breakfast Stout.
All the babies. He's the one always drinking babies. And then we'd have to get our friend. Man, I don't know how to contact him at all. Some of these guys, I don't know that they have channels anymore. We had our Japanese friend that used to jump in from San Francisco. We'd have to contact our another Asian friend of ours that used to jump in from, I don't know, where did he get in from regularly? He was a student from like Austria or something like that. God, where was he from? He would jump in from across the pond somewhere. Not Netherlands. God. One of those kind of expensive places to live, but he was going to school there.
Was it Yuri with our Superbog friend?
No, not him. No, he's the bicyclist, and he actually jumps in Mark's show. He was actually from Mark's show.
That's Rui.
Rui, yeah,
Rui.
Because we keep in touch through Instagram. He's man, that guy cycles like crazy. Talk about someone that's into physical fitness, man. That guy cycles a lot. Whew! He's probably the most active person that I know, via the internet like that. He is, wow. Just loves cycling, man. That guy loves it.
Sadek's he hasn't been on here for a while.
No, Sadek, he hasn't been up here for a while either. And then of course Neri, but he was more from the Friday show.
Sadek and Neri both Friday show. I guess
Friday
they can't
show.
do Saturdays.
Yeah, both Friday show guys. And then we had our friend from Montana that used to show up quite a bit. School bus driver, I think. And then he would fly those, like, I don't know what you call them. They're the single-manned aircraft things, and they would kind of glide and fly or whatever. And he would do that from Montana, if you guys remember him jumping. And the only way he could get beer most of the time was to make it. So that's why he made beer, because it would take him so long just to get to the nearest liquor store to even buy beer. And it was pretty expensive just to get Budweiser. Interesting cat. He was very interesting. And we've had our various Canadian guys that would jump in over the years. Whew, you're talking a large cast of characters.
10 years of history, Joe, behind you.
It's kind of cool when
great.
It's hard for me to think about it like just one cat, but if I start thinking about it as a whole, then I can start putting people together. It's weird how my head works. But I don't know. Mark's a huge part of that, so Mark knows people too. That hell, John probably knows too, that.
Yeah, I remember that when I was on the trip and at Flying Dog and we jumped on. That was like a long time back in the. I think that was the Stickam days.
The Stickam day, yeah. We used to have certain females that would jump in those Stickam days too. That really didn't have anything to do with beer. They would just jump on here. For some reason, I had this like large contingent of people from the Philippines that would jump in every once in a while too. And then I had people from the Middle East that would follow me, and they had followed me from my podcast days. which is always interesting to me. Why so many people from the Middle East would follow me, even in those days, because that was a trucking podcast. So I didn't quite understand that, but they did. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. And then I still have, like I said, I still have one fan that follows me. Still, that one guy still follows. He still follows from my podcasting days, and that's where I first met him. Was from then. He was like, "Are you the ABQ trucker?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." And he still keeps in touch. It's a trip. So it's a huge blessing to me, man, and that's the only way for me to describe it. And we have Hans in there, of course. He's another one, man, that's jumped into. He was here with me to the wee hours, and he's in Miami, man. And he was on here the whole way. He was the last, the last of the Mohicans here with me last week. So, but we're out of here, guys. Thank you to John. Thanks to everybody else that jumped in. I really do appreciate it. Zach jumped in for a few moments. Mark did too, doing his whole pinky out thing today with the better half. So thank you guys for jumping in here. We had another large malt liquor contingent in here, which is cool. Havana's still hanging in here. I appreciate it. You guys have any other closing words to say, man? Tom, do you want to say anything?
Oh, I just forgot to mention, I got a lot of Trillium recently, so that's been another thing.
Oh, very nice.
My brother was up in the Boston area, and he brought me a case of Trillium.
Any special price on the Trillium, or just?
Some of the 4-packs were like $20. Some of them were like $17.
That's not bad for Trillium. It's not too bad.
No, but it's all well worth. It's definitely worth it. I mean, for me, it's a treat because they obviously don't distribute, and anytime I can get their stuff.
Earth seems to have Trillium quite a bit. Does he beer mail that, or?
Oh yeah, he probably has some beer mailing.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely. But there's some good stuff going on here in Jersey. There's a brewery called Icarus, and one called Bolero Snort. They're really good.
You got Sandy City out there, right?
I haven't heard of them.
Sandy City, they're a really good brewery. I don't know if they're in Staten Island or New Jersey. You got Kane out there, right?
Kane, yeah.
Really
they're
good.
A little harder to get, like in stores, but they're not too far away from me.
Yeah, they do some good stuff.
Well, I thank you guys for that, man. And Bum, you've got that bottle right now that I've got one still as well. The pewter labeled.
I took it down to my garage and dug it out just to show you. We still got one, Joe.
Yeah, I've still got mine too.
Sam Adams chocolate bock.
And I've still got the little paper label with, like, that went with it. That was a special bottle for me.
Yeah. Yep. And Big Joe, I want to give you a warning for brewery fresh taste. Joe, make sure you enjoy before April 2009.
Now, any specific letters we have to watch out for with that one?
No, with Sam Adams, they spell Sam Smith. 2009. If you go to the old Sam Smith bottles, 2009 would be A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, J.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, H.
If it were Sam Smith.
Yeah, Sam Smith would be H on the Sam Smith labels.
That drives you nuts, doesn't it? I mean, why not just put the damn date on there and make it clear? That is just ridiculous. That is them trying to hide behind something. Come on.
Well, they don't want you to know when it was made, because if that year appears there and you see it's outdated, you won't buy it. If you don't know any better, you might buy it.
Yeah, that's it. it's deceiving, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. And I get it. They want to help out their customers, and their customers are the merchants, right? Like they want to help them out. And okay, sure,
Yeah.
not that's fine. I guess it's all part of the business, but
It is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is. Exactly. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna try to have an after share a beer show live now. Thank you. I think I've got it. I think I've got the time to have beer in other places. So I really am grateful for that.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Very happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And now that this is the first I'm hearing about all this snow, so safe travels to everybody. That is, I do remember what it's like to live in a snowy or a place where there is the potential for snow. So safe travels for everybody. This is a dangerous time. You're going to be going to family and all this sort of stuff, friends, houses, and a lot of traveling going on. And I'll be traveling myself. I'll be one of those holiday travelers right now. So, safe travels to everybody, man. Hopefully we can see you here on the next Share a Beer show and talk about our turkeys and everything. Is anybody having anything different than turkey this coming holiday, this coming Thanksgiving?
Nope.
I heard there's a little bit of a salmonella scare out there, so maybe some people aren't having turkey this year.
I mean, it can be a lot of ham, like always.
Yep.
Definitely turkey, but I don't think anything different than that. You're a vegetarian.
Yeah, I think I'll be spending it at my sister's, and I think we're opting to have, from what I hear, either a ham or a roast. So I think it might be prime rib or a roast. So or a ham. Either way, hey, not bad.
With the family, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I really didn't care. Yeah, I'm like, you could order pizza. I really could give a rip. It's like, it's not, I don't necessarily care if we have, anything. I just want to kind of hang out and shoot the shit, quite frankly, and, hang out with my little nephew and, give him a hard time. And that's what I like to do with the kids, give them a hard time. And, I think that's what we do, right? Does anybody have any sort of special Thanksgiving thing they want to share before we get out of here? No? Yeah. No, okay. So we're out here, guys. Enjoy your football tomorrow. Remember to watch the Rams. The Rams come Monday are the most important thing on the planet. So make sure to watch Monday Night Football.
Go Rams.
Go Rams, right? Exactly. We have to beat the Chiefs. It's a huge game for us this week. So make sure to watch the Rams. And remember, the Joe D Reviews page, community, and you can keep posting on the community page there, and make posts and post pictures and all that sort of thing there, or the Joe D Reviews Facebook page. Either way is a good way to stay updated on what is the latest with the show or with the reviews. So thank you to Jeremiah for sending out the latest beer mail, man. Really do appreciate that. That was a fantastic New England IPA I just had already. Oh my God, it was phenomenal. It was great. So looking forward to trying some of the others. Hot Butcher for the World is a cool name for a brewery. I think it's very, very different, unique. You type it in and it just immediately goes to them. Like it's that unique. That's cool. We'll see you guys. Peace out, man.
Peace out.
See you guys next week.
Later.
Later.